Today, we're going to be talking about a difficult topic, how to let an employee go. What's up, guys? It's Nate Griffin, back today with another contractor tip video to help you run your business better and more profitable. Letting someone go is one of the most emotionally hard steps that a business owner has to take and is often very uncomfortable and very hard to follow through with. And often you find yourself doubting the decision you're making and all the reasons why you should keep this person. So tip number one for letting someone go is to commit to the decision. If you have KPIs and measurement tools in place and core values and all these things that an employee could be violating, you often know that they've made that decision by not following through in the expectations you've set, the outline you've given them, maybe even the performance improvement plan that they should be following. So they've set the stage for them to be let go. They've made the decision to not follow through on the agreements and expectations set before them, and you need to commit to the decision and know and let go of the emotional connection to that they've actually decided that for themselves. I've recently went through this experience with one of my employees at my construction company. I've had to let them go for not honoring our core values. I have to remind myself often, because I'm very emotional when letting people go, that they make the decision. I set them up for success, and when they fail and don't follow through, I have to let them go to protect my mission and my core values and the rest of my team beyond anything else. So step one is commit to the decision. Step number two is to set up a private meeting. Once you've decided and committed to terminating an employee in your organization, or setting them free, as I like to call it, because you're setting them free from the chains at your organization with binding them, and it just sounds and feels so much more positive to talk about setting them free, set up a private meeting so that you can give them a termination letter, discuss the quick reason why you're letting them go, and let them know when their last day is going to be. Often I find kind of going through and playing through the mental aspect of that meeting in your mind can be very beneficial to prepare yourself to craft such a concise message. It's easy to ramble and go back and forth and an employee try to defend themselves and all of that. So when you have this meeting, this private meeting, it should not be in public. It should be held at their office, in your office, somewhere that's safe and private. The best thing to do is just be concise and let them know that you're terminating them, that you've decided to part ways with them, however you want to word it. Give them a couple reasons why. For me, it was due to lack of following the core values and honoring the expectations that they've agreed to follow. And then during that meeting, you want to provide them a termination letter or any kind of concise thing, and then set the next steps moving forward. Step number three to letting an employee go is to have a clear exit plan. You really need to have your ducks in a row, an SOP for your organization, and how to handle all the things. There's so many little details of an employee leaving that are very easy to miss. You've got access codes. For me, our building has a security system, so security codes, keys, company vehicles, all the digital interfaces that they have access to, passwords to the social media that they might be able to be part of. You need to have a list of all the things that this employee has access to and is involved with, and all the passwords and security issues, so that you can transition properly and make sure all of this is changed. We have a lockbox on our building. I needed to change that password. There are just so many little details that when you go to terminate someone, you need to be prepared, because often, even though you are offering to give them maybe another week of work or 2 weeks of work, often they're going to leave that very day that you give them the termination letter. And honestly, it's probably better for both of you that you part ways that same day that you terminate. So let's recap the 3 important steps in terminating one of your employees. Step 1, commit to the decision that you're letting them go. Step 2, set up a private meeting with the individual. And step number 3, have an exit plan in place so that you're prepared for the exit process. If you have these 3 things ready to go and these 3 steps outlined, the termination process is just going to go so much smoother. Remember, they made the decision to not follow through with the expectations, and that you have to set them free. It's your obligation as a business owner, a leader, to set the standard and to hold people accountable. If you don't, they'll just sit and stay in the organization and drag you and other members of your team down. You know when it's time to let someone go. Make the decision and follow the 3-step process. If this video was helpful for you, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and stay tuned as we'll release another contractor tip video next Tuesday.